Welcome to PJTHAU's online course on Information Handling, Skills for Teaching, Learning and Research. In this lesson, we shall discuss about the research databases and research metrics. Under the research databases, we are going to see about the Google Scholar, Web of Science and Scopus. Under research metrics, we will see about the citation tools and techniques, the impact factor, the H-index, highly cited journals, and we will also see something about the ranking of universities based on research quality. So Google Scholar, most of the academic and research scholars may be knowing about the Google Scholar. It is a freely accessible web search engine that indexes the full text of or metadata of scholarly literature across an array of publishing formats and disciplines. It is suggested that all students, research scholars, faculty and scientists should make effective use of the Google Scholar as their primary search engine instead of using the general purpose search engines, so that they can ensure a better results for their search across the scholarly contents. Google Scholar index includes most peer-reviewed online academic journals and books, conference papers, theses and dissertations, preprints, abstracts, technical reports and other scholarly literature, including court opinions and patents. Scientometric researchers estimated it to contain roughly about 390 million documents, including articles, citations and patents, making it the world's largest academic search engine during January 2018. There is no doubt that Google Scholar is an easy-to-use research tool. You can create your profile and upload all your research publications, and this will highly helpful to you to get visibility to your scholarly content, scholarly publications, and there is another advantage, that is you can get more citations for your papers if you are putting your publication in the Google Scholar profile. Google Scholar automatically indexes the web and provides you the citation details of all your publications and also the H-index. The alert service of Google Scholar is a boon for research scholars, we can say. The alert facility keeps you updated with the publications on a particular field at least weekly once. The important point is that all the above services are free services and you need not pay any money to the services. So all research scholars, faculty and scientists should ensure effective use of Google Scholar. I would like to show you an online demo about the Google Scholar. So this is the home page of Google Scholar. You can see Google Scholar. It says that stand on the shoulders of giants. You have to type the, if you want to search the literature, you have to type the keyword here. Here I would like to show you a profile of an author. See, I put the name of Professor K. Veeranjaneyulu, the University Librarian of Professor Jayashankar, Telangana State Agricultural University. You see his profile has come. You can check the author name and his affiliation, because there may be many authors in the same name. You have to click here. So this is the profile of Professor K. Veeranjaneyulu, who is the University Librarian of this university. You see all his publications are listed here. You can browse the publication based on the highest number of citations, or year-wise also you can sort. If you sort here, all the latest publications will come in front, and if you want to know the citation details, you can click here, so that all the more cited documents will come in first. You can see the paper. This paper has been cited 15 times, which was published in 2014. Whereas this paper, which was published in 2013, has got 8 citations. Again, the profile is very, very important for the researchers and scientists. You can see the profile of Professor K. Veeranjaneyulu. Here it gives an abstract. See, out of his publications, he has got 86 citations. Out of these 86 citations, he has got 5 as his H-index. Another important thing you can note is the item index, that is 1. It means Dr. Veeranjaneyulu has published many papers, but he has got 86 citations for his papers. but his H index is 5. It means the H index is calculated based on the number of citations a paper has earned. 5 means 5 of his publications have been cited at least 5 times. That is the meaning of the H index. So all the research scholars, faculty and scientists should make use of this facility so that they can bring visibility to their publications, as well as they can generate good citation so that they can build a good H index, which is very, very important nowadays. The next one is the Web of Science. Web of Science is again an online database by Clarivate Analytics. The company was formerly known as Thomson Reuters. With the Web of Science platform, you can access an unrivaled breadth of world-class research literature linked to a rigorously selected core journals and unique discover new information through meticulously captured metadata and citation connections. The Web of Science platform connects the Web of Science core collection to regional citation indexes, patent data, specialized subject indexes, and an index of research data sets, all in all totaling over 33,000 journals, meaning you have the breadth you need to be truly comprehensive in your search. You can check your citation details and also the H index of individual scientists as well as the institutes. Web of Science is an indispensable database for any big academic and research institutions, but it is not a free database. It is a subscription based database. The university or the institute has to get the subscription details and they can subscribe. The next one important database is the Scopus. Probably people who are in academic and research area, they may be aware that Scopus is one of the leading world-class database. Actually, it is covering the peer-reviewed literature, scientific journals, books and conference proceedings. It is a product of Elsevier, the globally renowned publishers. The Scopus delivers a comprehensive overview of the world's research output in the fields of science, technology, medicine, social sciences and arts and humanities. Scopus features smart tools to track, analyze and visualize research. Scopus offers free features to non-subscribed users and is available through Scopus Preview. Researchers may use Scopus to assist with their research. Researchers and faculty can check their citation details and H-index details from Scopus using the author search, which is a free facility. I would like to show you an online demo. Actually, this is the home page of Scopus database. Like Web of Science, Scopus is also a subscription-based database. One institute or university which wants to use the Scopus database has to pay the subscription price. But the individual authors, researchers, research scholars, faculty and scientists, they can make use of the facility called author search facility. This facility is free only for the research scholars and faculty. Using this author search facility, an academician or a researcher can check the citation details of their publications as well as the H-index. For example, I would like to show the H-index details of our Vice Chancellor. Our Vice Chancellor, his name is Balachandran C. The name we have to type here. The first name or the initial we have to give here. Chidambaram. Then the institute affiliation details we have to give. Otherwise, it is difficult to get the citation details of any academician. Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Sciences University. All these three information is very, very important. Anybody can check the H-index and citation details of any academician or scientist, provided if they know the name, first name and institute affiliation details. After putting all this information, you have to search. So this is the abstract given by the Scopus database for the citation details and H-index details of Professor Balachandran. If you go and click here, you can get the detailed abstract. This is the abstract of Professor Balachandran, Honorable Vice Chancellor of TANUVAS. You can see his profile. out of his publications, 249 publications have been considered by Scopus, and all these 249 publications have earned 611 citations. Out of these 611 citations, he has got 14 as H index, 14 H index by Scopus database. And here you can see the paper published by the Professor Balachandran, who are all the authors, and in which year it was published, from which source, and how many citations it has got. Here you can sort the data based on this. Suppose if you want to, by default it is the latest one will come first. If you want, you can sort it based on many parameters. Here I would like to sort cited by highest citations. You see, now you can get the list of publications which are having more citation. You see, this publication which was published in the year 2006 and published in this international journal has got 41 as his citation. The next paper has got 35. So all this information, citation details on the H index details of any academician or scientist is available free by the Scopus database. But if you want to access the complete citation details, what are all the documents cited this paper, you need a subscription. But for academician researcher, this information is very much useful. So this is about the Scopus database and how to get the citation details and H index of any academician or a scientist. We will see something about the citation tools. A citation management tool is any resource, program or service that supports citation management or the understanding, gathering, organizing and use of citations in research and information literacy. Citation tools are organized into 4 categories. They are citation managers, citation generators, citation guides and citation management education. Citation managers, sometimes referred to as bibliographic or reference management software, are programs that allow researchers to store, organize, output and share their bibliographic citations. Generally, the EndNote is one of the important reference management software or citation tool. It is a subscription based database, whereas RefWorks, Mendeley and Zotero, these 3 are all very famous citation management tools. In this, Mendeley is a freeware. Again, the Zotero is also an open source citation tool. All these are commonly supported in academic libraries, but there are many different programs available. Then we will see about the impact factor of a journal. The impact factor or journal impact factor is an academic journal is a scientometric index which reflects the yearly average number of citations to recent articles published in that journal. The calculation is based on a 2-year period and involves dividing the number of articles were cited by the number of articles that are citable. Journals with high impact factor is considered to be the leading journal in the particular subject area or field. The impact factor was devised by Eugene Garfield, the founder of the Institute of Scientific Information, which later known as Thomson Reuters, now it is known as Clarivate Analytics. Impact factors are calculated yearly starting from 1975 for journals listed in the Journal Citation Report, which is known as JCR. The impact factor is used to compare different journals within a certain field. The Web of Science indexes more than 11,500 science and social science journals. Journal impact factors are often used to evaluate the merit of individual articles and individual researchers. Clarivate Analytics began to publish journal citation reports in 1975. The JCR provides quantitative tools for ranking, evaluating, categorizing and comparing journals. Then we will see about the H index. Nowadays, the people in the academic and research area, they are widely speaking about the H index. The H index is an author level metric that attempts to measure both the productivity and citation impact of the publications of a scientist or an academician or a scholar. The H index was suggested in 2000 by one Mr. George E. Hirsch, a physicist at University of California, San Diego as a tool for determining theoretical physicist relative quality. H-index is also known as the Hirsch index or Hirsch number. The index can also be applied to the productivity and impact of a scholarly journal as well as a group of scientists such as a department or university, even or a country. The index is designed to improve upon similar measures such as total number of citations or publications. The index works properly only for comparing scientists working in the same field. Citation conventions differ widely among different fields. H-index became very important now as many funding agencies are asking for the H-index of the principal investigators and co-principal investigators while they are applying for any projects. Even H-index is getting much importance by the universities and research organizations for the faculty promotions. Then we will see about the highly cited journals. There are now several methods for analyzing citation metrics to identify leading journals in various disciplines. For example, Google Scholar Metrics, it is a free service, uses the H5 index or H-index based on the last 5 years to identify highly cited journals across disciplines as well as in individual subject areas. The journal citation reports, already we have seen about this, which requires a subscription. It is not a free service. It provides the journal impact factor, a standard metric based on the number of citations to journals indexed by Web of Science database. The journal's impact factor 2017 citations to articles in journal Y in the JCER compared to the total number of articles published in journal Y during the previous 2 years. There is another tool called CiteScore. It is a free, it is available in the open web. It is a recent competitor to the journal impact factor that provides a similar ratio of current citation compared to total number of articles published in the journal during the previous 3 years. Whereas in journal citation report they calculated for a period of 2 years, here they are considering the previous 3 years publications. CiteScore is freely available and based on journals indexed by Scopus, whereas JCER, the journals indexed by Web of Science are considered. You know very well the Scopus database, it is a product from the Elsevier publications. Journal websites also sometimes gives the impact factor of a journal. Many journal websites, especially the international journal websites, if you see, they will tell what is their impact factor. Then the new tool which is available for us, again it is an open access tool to check the leading journals, is the Sci-Mago journal rank. It is a measure of scientific influence of scholarly journals that accounts for both the number of citations received by a journal and the importance of prestige of the journals where such citations come from. Just I would like to show you an online demo for this. Yeah, this is the home page of Sci-Mago journal and country rank. This you can see the journal ranks, the country rank, and another visualization tools also. If you click here, the journal ranks will be available. You can see the top rated journals. The title of the journal is available, then what is the SJR and what is the H index of the particular journal, then totally how many documents were published during the last year, and for the past 3 years, then total references, then total cites, how many citations, then out of this how many papers are citable papers, and what is the reference, and which country, from which country the journal is published. All these details are available. Here you can check the journals based on the subject areas. If you are interested to see all the subject areas, you can check. Similarly, you can restrict to agriculture and biological science also. This is one of the important tool from where you can get the leading journals in any particular subject area. Finally, we would like to see about the ranking of universities based on research quality. Academic ranking of world universities, which was known as ARW, which was done by Shanghai University, is one of the important ranking. Probably there was the first ranking done at international level. Now there are many rankings taking place. QS World University Ranking, Times Higher Education World University rankings are all very famous and they are international level rankings. Now the government of India also started ranking the universities, which is known as NIRF, National Institutional Ranking Framework. Based on many indicators, they are ranking the Indian universities. Similarly, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research also started ranking the agricultural universities based on many parameters. They give more weightage for the research output of universities. So the faculty, research scholars and scientists should make effective use of all the research tools available on the internet so that they can make all their research publication visible and they can get more citation and they can get more H indexes which will reflect on the quality of the universities. Thank you very much for the patient listening.